Bro, there's so many spider webs in my goddamn backyard. That's how I'm gonna open this video. So, beware. I gotta beware of the spider webs while I'm doing this. Anyway, today it's gonna be a good video. Hopefully people watch it. You know, YouTube likes to block my channel, and a lot of channels like mine that speak the truth, that talk about the Illuminati, and you know, I haven't even gotten too deep into that type of stuff yet on this channel. You know, it's the first year of this channel. I've barely even cracked the surface of what I'm going to get into. But you know, this stuff is dangerous to talk about. But it must be done. It must be done. My spirit, my gut, whatever, my heart. Fucking bug just flew in my mouth or some shit. Damn it. Anyway, see what I mean? Fucking Matrix, bro. Fucking Matrix. Always trying to mess with my shit. Anyway, so I'm gonna get into this before any more bullshit distracts me. You know? Alright. Spiritual attacks. Lately, I've been getting all of them. Now, a lot of people like to call me paranoid, schizophrenic, all these modern psychological terms that, you know, were invented by the elites to, you know, make the truth tellers seem crazy. But if I have a debate, bring me any fucking medical doctor and I will debate him on whatever he wants. And no gaslighting or mental gymnastics will go unseen when debating me. So, good luck with that. Anyway, spiritual attacks. You know, we live in a world, in a realm where, unfortunately, it's ran by witches. The witches of Ishtar control a lot of what goes on, especially in America. But there's an uprising coming. Men are speaking out. You know, honor is the only thing that keeps a society stable. Once we lose our honor, society collapses. And you're seeing it right now in the world and in, you know, America more specifically, which is where I live, unfortunately. But, like I said, it's not really a whole lot better in really any other part of the world. But in America, at least, we have freedom of speech. Fuck yeah, America. But we're starting to lose that even because, you know, they're trying to censor everybody, especially men in this country. You know, they tell us our aggression, our righteous anger is toxic masculinity, right? It's all just gaslighting. And once you realize that, once you become aware of all the Jedi mind tricks that they try to do, to enforce upon us, upon society, they work on most people, but not you. I've been getting a lot of spiritual, but back to the where I was going, witches, spiritual attacks from witches lately, and it's everywhere I go. And I get attacked by the men too, but I just want other men out there to be aware that there are a lot of modern spirits and there are a lot of witches and a lot of archons and vampires out there, and they know who the people are that are awake. These entities know who we are. You know, one movie I really love, and I kind of look at it as a documentary because, you know, what they put in it is very, very true. If you read between the lines. If you guys have ever seen the movie Odd Thomas, starring the actor Anton Yelchin, R.I.P. He unfortunately died in a quote-unquote freak car accident where he was trapped between his car and his gate of his house. Weird death. Anyway, it's a very cool movie. It's basically about a guy who has this gift, and basically he has psychic powers. He knows when bad things are about to happen. He even gets visions. He dreams. Events, tragic events that are set to happen in the future. And, you know, I think it represents, it makes me want to go watch the movie again. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's a great film, and it's a very red pill, eye-opening movie. There's these things, I think they're called they're called the Bodaks, right? And these Bodaks basically are just, you know, archons, reptilian, you know, they're archons, they're demons, they're non-human entities, and they swarm people that give off low vibrations and give off evil energy. And Anton Yelchin's character, Odd, his name, Odd Thomas, right? Odd, he's part of a very select few people on Earth that is given these abilities to see these Bodaks, right? And he talks about if you let them know, it emphasizes in the movie, and I think it's very true. And but also it's not true in a sense. But part of it is true. And then that once these Bodaks know you can see them, they come after you. And there's a part in the movie, there's a scene where he has this friend, and he meets this guy, right? And they end up becoming friends, and he tells Odd that he can see these Bodaks as well, right? And he's the only person he's ever met that can also see these Bodaks. And Odd tells him, dude, what are you doing? Don't let them know that you can see. He flips them off, or he flips a Bodak off. And I'm petting my cat, by the way, if you guys are wondering, but he flips a Bodak off, and the Bodak causes this guy's death, just shortly after that. The Bodaks found out that this guy can see them, and they took him out. Right? They couldn't have Odd and his friend coming together and possibly finding more people that can see them, and, you know, making this more aware. But the movie doesn't necessarily touch on how the Bodak. It doesn't emphasize the Bodaks being necessarily the bad guys. It's these dudes that are planning this, you know, mass shooting at a mall, right? Which is definitely that's a whole nother predictive programming kind of thing going on with the whole mass shooting of the mall. But yeah, so spiritual attacks, when they know you can see them, I believe they start to come after you harder. And I'm getting attacked by women, especially. And it's either women seem to, these witches, they're either really, really overly nice, or they're very, very cold. So a good way for me to gauge is if they're a witch is if, the reaction they give me. If they're super overly friendly, that's a telltale sign. And if they're super duper cold, it's also a telltale sign. In my opinion. Now, I don't care what y'all say. This is just my opinion, my experience. But pretty much everywhere I go, these witches swarm me. And, you know, they're trying to get my energy, my attention. I just recently got out of a relationship with a woman, with a girl who was a witch. She was 100% a witch. And I know exactly what to look for now. And I have no intention of really ever really entertaining women in that way anytime soon. She's got to be a, you know, certain type of girl. She's got to be aware, we'll say. I like to use that word, aware. But yeah, these spiritual attacks can get intense once they find out you can see them. And I can. I know exactly. I know right away when a person's, I pretty much know right away when a person's bad, when a person's good. And if I can't tell right away, I can sift through BS and make a conclusion pretty quickly. And there are a lot of witches out here. And there's a lot of Archon demon men too walking around. Don't think I forgot about y'all bitch ass motherfuckers. There's a lot of y'all. Y'all ain't any better. If anything, y'all are just as bad, if not worse. Not like trying to say men are worse or more evil, but you know, evil men are, I think evil men are worse than evil women. They can cause a little bit more destruction, I think. Their egos get to a point where they're very dangerous. Psychopathic men. Psychopathic women are bad too, but psychopathic men, very, very dangerous. Because oftentimes they're very smart. They're masters of deception. But yeah, we'll get into talking about a little bit the men. I get into a lot of spiritual attacks from men too. And it's oftentimes men, you know, with their girlfriends, with their witch girlfriends, and they think that I'm like trying to impede. These witches will be like with their man, but then like staring at me and like trying to harvest my energy, harvest my loosh, just take up my attention and energy, and I'm not giving it to them, and they're just sitting there staring, and I'm like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just being me. I can't help these witches are trying to get my energy. What do you want me to do, dude? You want me to suppress myself because the way it makes you feel? No, I'm not doing that. And these dudes get really mad, and I'm like, handle your shit. You're a bitch. Like, if you have a problem, say it to my face. Don't just sit there and give me the evil eye. And that's the thing, these dudes never want to confront me. So if anybody got a problem with me, any keyboard warrior, any tough guy in front of their friends, say it to my face. If you're not gonna say it to my face, then I really don't give a shit. They can give me the evil eye, but I'm gonna give it the evil eye right back, and I might confront you and be like, "Hey, bro, do we have a problem?" Because I'm sick of this beating around the bush, passive aggressive little bitch shit from these dudes nowadays. They all act like little bitches. Grow a pair of testicles. If you have a problem with me, confront me directly. Don't go behind my back. Don't give me the evil eye. If you're doing that, then I know I've already got you. I'm living rent free in your head. I'm irking you that much that you're talking bad about me behind my back. It's pathetic, these archons, these demons. And once you realize how pathetic they are, you shouldn't be afraid of them. Fuck it, so what they know. I want them to know I see them. I see you, and you don't fool me, and I'm on your ass like grass, and I'm recruiting a team. And I know they're probably going to come after me. And I know the seat, I'm not going to get too crazy, but let's just say I'm watching my back right now. I don't think they're on my ass yet, but they will be. They're on all of our asses. All of the, aware, let's just say aware individuals. Be very cognizant, be very vigilant, be very observant of everything when you go out. When you go to work, when you go out in public to do something. Just, yeah, just be aware. These Archons, they're everywhere, unfortunately, nowadays. But like I said, I'm recruiting a team. So, yeah, that's the video.